In today's video, we're going to look at Comba's CS F12 PA series, which is your Plenum rated coax. We're going to take a look at how to terminate this, how to add connectors, and then test for return loss. So let's take a look at them. So here we have the CS F12 PAW, which is the white Plenum cable. Now, let's take a look at what comes in the prep tool kit. We have the prep tool, blades, flare tool, replacement blades, and some PVC cutters, which are nice to cut the cable to get a nice square flush cut. So let's give it a shot. Putting the cable in, you want to hold that cable steady while you're scoring the coax to get a nice round square cut. So once you have that cut, you want to take a look and make sure that it's square and there's no debris or any kind of damage to the outer conductor. So once I look at that, looks good, I take the AP F12 prep tool and I start to terminate the cable. Now, once I terminate the cable, I want to do a visual inspection here. So I'm looking for about 3.5 corrugations. So I can count them here, 1, 2, 3, and then that top lip is key. That depth is really going to determine whether or not the bottom of the connector is going to make a good fit. And this looks great. So I have the corrugations I'm looking for, plus the nice bevel at the top of the center conductor. So this looks clean. Now, next step, let's add the rubber grommet, the O-ring here to the bottom of the coax here. Then take the body of the connector, slide that down. Now, I want to slide the bottom of the connector past this top corrugation. That's key because the top of this connector is actually going to lock in with that top corrugation. Now, if the depth is too tall or too short, this connector is going to slide right off. So that's making a good fit. So that tells me that I have the correct depth on that top corrugation. So once I've confirmed that that depth is correct and that connector is solid, I then get my flare tool and then start to flare out the outer conductor to the connector. This is just adding reinforcement to the connector. It's not going to leave or detach from the coax. Couple turns there, and that looks good. I then get the top of the connector, attach it here to the bottom. There. Now, once I turn the connector, that looks good. I've done it hand tight. Then I get my fitted wrenches, my 20mm wrenches. I attach one here to the bottom, the connector, one here to the top. And then I check just to see if the connector is loose. If the bottom spins, it's telltale signs, as you guys know, of a bad connector. So that tells me that I had the correct depth at that top corrugation, that the flare tool made a good connection for that body of the connector to the coax, and that it's torqued properly. This looks good. Now let's check for return loss. So we terminated our cable and we hooked it up here for return loss. And you can see we're beneath our limit line here of -20. So this cable and these connectors look good.